The Battle of Lake Peipus, 1242. The Battle of Lake Peipus, also known as the Battle on the Ice, took place on April 5th, 1242. It was a decisive confrontation between the Teutonic Knights and the forces of the Novgorod Republic, led by Prince Alexander Nevsky. This epic clash occurred on the frozen waters of Lake Peipus, and its outcome had a lasting impact on the region. The story of this battle is one of strategic brilliance, adaptation to harsh conditions, and the triumph of a determined defender over a formidable invader. The Teutonic Knights were renowned for their military prowess and discipline. Heavily armored and mounted on war horses, they were a formidable force on the battlefield. Their strategy relied on the strength of their cavalry charges, which could break through enemy lines with devastating effect. However, their heavy armor and horses also made them vulnerable in certain terrains. The knights wore chainmail and plate armor, which provided excellent protection but significantly limited their mobility. Their primary weapons included lances, swords, and maces. The Teutonic Order's battle tactics emphasized shock and awe, using their cavalry to deliver crushing blows to enemy formations. In contrast, the Novgorod forces were composed of diverse units, including infantry, archers, and light cavalry. They were well versed in the local terrain and adapted to the harsh conditions of their homeland. Prince Alexander Nevsky's leadership inspired his troops, and his keen understanding of unconventional tactics gave them a crucial edge. The Novgorod infantry were equipped with spears, axes, and shields, while their archers used longbows and crossbows to provide range support. The light cavalry, armed with swords and spears, were adept at hit-and-run tactics. Nevsky's forces were not as heavily armored as the Teutonic Knights, but their mobility and adaptability made them formidable opponents. On April 5th, 1242, the Teutonic Knights advanced towards the Novgorod forces positioned near the southern shore of Lake Peipus. The Knights, confident in their superiority, launched a frontal assault, expecting a swift victory. Nevsky, however, had other plans. The Teutonic Knights, led by their Grand Master, Hermann von Balk, assembled in a tight, disciplined formation known as the wedge or boar's snout, designed to break through enemy lines with sheer force. As they charged across the frozen lake, their heavy armor and mounted war horses created a formidable sight. Nevsky, understanding the limitations of his lighter and less armored troops, ordered a strategic retreat. The Novgorod forces feigned disarray, drawing the knights further onto the ice. This retreat was a calculated maneuver, designed to exploit the natural conditions of the battlefield. The ambush. At the critical moment, Nevsky's forces launched a counterattack. Archers and crossbowmen emerged from their concealed positions on the flanks, targeting the exposed knights. The Novgorod infantry, armed with spears and axes, rushed forward to engage the disoriented knights. The lighter and more agile Novgorod troops moved swiftly across the ice, while the Teutonic Knights struggled to maintain their footing. The icy surface, now riddled with cracks, began to give way under the weight of the knights. Many fell into the freezing waters, unable to swim or escape due to their heavy armor. Panic spread through the Teutonic ranks as they realized their dire predicament. Nevsky's strategic use of archers was crucial in this phase of the battle. The archers targeted the knights' horses, creating chaos and disrupting their formation. As horses fell, the knights became vulnerable to infantry attacks. The Novgorod forces, well prepared for combat on the ice, used their mobility to outmaneuver the heavily armored knights. The combination of archery volleys, swift infantry attacks, and the treacherous ice proved devastating for the Teutonic Knights. The battle turned into a rout as the surviving knights attempted to flee. Many were cut down or drowned in the frigid waters of Lake Peipus. Prince Alexander Nevsky's tactical brilliance had turned the icy lake into a lethal trap. The Teutonic Knights suffered heavy casualties, and their expansionist ambitions were dealt a significant blow. By the end of the battle, the Teutonic Knights had lost a significant portion of their force. The Grand Master and many high-ranking knights were killed or captured. The Novgorod forces, though not without losses, emerged victorious, their morale boosted by the successful defense of their homeland. The Battle of Lake Peipus showcased several key military strategies and tactics. Use of terrain. Nevsky's decision to fight on the ice was a masterstroke. The frozen lake neutralized the Teutonic Knights' advantage in heavy cavalry, making their armor and horses a liability. Feigned retreat. The strategic retreat drew the Teutonic Knights into a vulnerable position. This classic maneuver, often used in medieval warfare, lured the enemy into a trap. Flanking attacks, the use of archers and crossbowmen on the flanks disrupted the knights' formation. Flanking attacks are a common tactic to exploit the enemy's exposed sides and rear. Targeting horses. By targeting the knights' horses, Nevsky's archers created chaos and reduced the effectiveness of the Teutonic cavalry. This tactic was essential in breaking the knights' momentum, mobility, and adaptability. The Novgorod forces' lighter armor and greater mobility allowed them to adapt to the challenging conditions of the frozen lake. Their ability to move quickly and strike decisively was a key factor in their victory. The Battle of Lake Peipus was a resounding victory for the Novgorod Republic and a testament to the strategic genius of Alexander Nevsky. The battle halted the Teutonic Knights' eastward advance and secured Novgorod's independence. Nevsky's triumph solidified his reputation as a national hero and a defender of the Russian lands. The battle also had lasting implications for military strategy, showcasing the importance of terrain and environmental conditions in warfare. Nevsky's use of the frozen lake to neutralize the Teutonic cavalry demonstrated the power of unconventional tactics. In the centuries that followed, the Battle of Lake Peipus became a symbol of Russian resilience and ingenuity. Alexander Nevsky was canonized as a saint in the Russian Orthodox Church, and his legacy continues to inspire generations. The Battle of Lake Peipus, or the Battle on the Ice, stands as a remarkable example of strategic brilliance and adaptability in medieval warfare. Prince Alexander Nevsky's decisive victory over the Teutonic Knights on the frozen expanse of Lake Peipus is a story of courage, innovation, and the triumph of a determined defender over a formidable invader. As we remember this legendary battle, we honor the legacy of a leader who turned the tide of history with his unwavering resolve and tactical genius. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to be notified when we upload a new video.